New Gemini 3.0 update is insane. So Google just released Gemini 3 Pro, not a rumor, not a leak. It's rolling out globally today. This is the first model in the Gemini 3 family, and Google is bringing this to more products than they ever have before. They're calling this their most anticipated launch of the year. And after seeing what it can do, I get why Gemini 3 is Google's most intelligent model yet. That's what they're saying. And they're backing it up with some wild features. First, generative interfaces. This means responses that are perfectly designed for what you need. Not just text, not just an answer, full designed outputs that match your request. Second, Gemini Agent. This is AI that completes complex tasks for you, not answers questions, does the actual work, plans it, executes it, finishes it. And third, it can help you learn, build, and plan anything. Those are Google's words, anything. Let me break down what that means. Google says today they're taking a big step on the path toward AGI. That's artificial general intelligence AI that can do anything a human can do. They're not saying they built AGI, they're saying this is a big step toward it, and Gemini 3 is the model that gets them closer. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of SEO agency, Goldie Agency. Now, here's what Gemini 3 can actually do. Google says with Gemini 3, you can bring any idea to life, any idea. That's a big claim, but they're backing it up with three things. First, it's state of the art in reasoning. That means it thinks better than any other AI. It can work through complex problems, plan multiple steps, connect ideas, make decisions. This is the thinking part. Second, it's the best model in the world for multimodal understanding. Best in the world. That's not me saying it, that's Google. Multimodal means images, text, video, audio. It understands all of it better than anything else. And third is their best agentic and vibe coding model. Agentic means it acts like an agent. It does things. Vibe coding means it writes code that feels right, code that matches your style, code that just works. Let's talk about the image stuff because this is where it gets insane. With Gemini 3, you can take an image of anything, a board game, a floor plan, a doodle, anything. And Gemini 3 can make it an interactive experience, not describe it, not tell you about it, make it interactive, make it work. This is because of Gemini 3's deep multimodal understanding. Here's how it works. The model looks at your image, it analyzes the content, it figures out what the image is trying to be. Then it distills the most compelling parts. It finds what matters, what's important, what makes sense. Then it translates the image's details into a functional, interactive experience. Functional means it works, interactive means you can use it. And if you want to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds of hours with AI automation, you need to check out my AI Profit Boardroom. Not just play around with it, actually build systems that grow your business. Inside, you'll learn how to automate your marketing, generate leads on autopilot, and use AI to do the work that used to take your entire team. I'll drop the link below. So let me give you examples. You draw a board game on paper, just a sketch. You take a photo of it, you upload it to Gemini 3. The AI looks at your drawing, it sees the board, the spaces, the rules you wrote down, it figures out how the game works, then it builds you a playable version. You can click on it, move pieces, play the game. You didn't code anything, you didn't design anything, you just drew it. Gemini 3 did the rest. Or maybe you just doodle something. An idea, a concept, a design. You're not even sure what it is yet. You upload it. Gemini 3 looks at it. It figures out what you're trying to make. It sees the patterns, the structure, the intent. Then it turns it into something you can interact with, maybe a prototype, maybe a mock-up, maybe a working demo. This is what deep multimodal understanding means. The AI doesn't just see pixels, it understands what the image is supposed to be, what it could become. Now let's talk about reasoning, because this is what makes Gemini 3 different from everything else. State-of-the-art reasoning means it thinks deeper. Most AI gives you quick answers. Gemini 3 thinks through problems, it plans, it considers options, it works through steps. Let's say you ask it to plan a project. A normal AI might give you a list. Gemini 3 builds you a real plan. It thinks about dependencies, what needs to happen first, what can happen at the same time, what might go wrong. It reasons through it like a human would, but faster and more thorough. This reasoning also shows up in coding. Google calls this vibe coding, and I love that term. Vibe coding means the AI writes code that feels right. It's not just correct, it's clean, it's organized, it matches your style. If you like short variable names, it uses short names. If you like comments, it adds comments. If you like a certain structure, it follows that structure, it vibes with you. And because of the reasoning, the code actually works. It's not just syntactically correct, it solves the problem, it handles edge cases, it's production ready. And then there's the agent part, Gemini Agent. This is AI that completes complex tasks on your behalf, not simple tasks, complex tasks, tasks that have multiple steps, tasks that need tools, tasks that take time. You tell Gemini Agent what you want done, it breaks it down, it makes a plan, it uses the tools it needs, it executes each step, it checks the results, it fixes problems, it keeps going until the task is done. You don't manage it, you don't supervise it, you just tell it what you want, it handles the rest. Let me give you a real example. Let's say you want to build a website. You tell Gemini Agent to build you a landing page for your business. Our normal AI might give you some HTML code. Gemini Agent actually builds it. It asks you what your business does. It researches similar websites. It designs a layout. It writes the copy. It codes the page. It tests it in a browser. It checks for bugs. It fixes them. Then it shows you the finished page. All of that from one request. That's what an agent does. Now let's talk about the generative interfaces. This is one of those features that sounds boring, but is actually game-changing. Generative interfaces means the AI doesn't just give you text, it generates the perfect interface for your answer. If you ask for data, it might build you a chart. If you ask for a plan, it might create a timeline. If you ask how something works, it might generate a diagram. The interface matches what you need. It's designed for your specific request. This makes information way easier to understand, way easier to use. And because Gemini 3 is rolling out to more products than ever, you're going to see this everywhere. Google Search, Gmail, Google Docs, Google Sheets, all the Google apps. Gemini 3 is going to be built in. That means this intelligence, this reasoning, this multimodal understanding is going to be available wherever you work. You won't need to switch apps. You won't need to copy and paste. The AI is just there, helping you, building for you, thinking with you. So what does this mean for you? Let's get practical. If you're learning something, Gemini 3 can be your tutor. It can explain hard concepts, walk you through problems, create study guides, build interactive lessons, all tailored to how you learn. If you're building something, Gemini 3 can turn your ideas into reality sketch something. The AI builds it, describes something, the AI codes it, show it an example, the AI makes your version. And if you're planning something, a business, a project, an event, Gemini 3 can help you plan it all. It can think through the steps, consider the risks, build the timeline, create the documents, do the research. This is AI that works with you, not just for you. And if you want to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds of hours with AI automation, you need to check out my AI Profit Boardroom. Actually build systems that grow your business. Inside, you'll learn how to automate your marketing, generate leads on autopilot, and use AI to do the work that used to take your entire team. I'll drop the link below. That's it for today. See you in the next one.